how the highway opens up. The highway opens up and Hylos gets the party started.
Dude, I'm telling you, he drops down the road and then just every car is coming at you and you don't know what to do. So going into this game, we have seen the red side be on the front foot, right? Being able to secure those two key picks have been crucial, and most of the time they've been Hylos. So to be honest, let's switch some things up here. I might not be a coach, but maybe you should ban Hylos if you're not going to pick him first.
Yeah, I think that should be the plan for Birthright, right? The Hylos it just literally, like you mentioned, just throws down the highway. The team completely steamrolls you, and you can't really stop them. And not only that, they get a little bit of buff in their health as well, if I'm not wrong. I'm going to do a little bit of research on that as we are going to draft. We are going to be drafting, but I think the bans are probably going to be similar. The Louis, the Bruno, the Matilda, the Hildas, and the Gatots, maybe. This should be the bans that's coming out.
I think the low E turned into a fanny. I think is what happened there. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, to be honest, Birthright could get spicy with it, right? Like they could opt to not ban the low E. I mean, if Slay doesn't ban it, then that allows them to first pick it. Which, to be honest, I feel like low E is a perfect combination to handle a Hylos, right? You throw that highway down and then you run straight into yin yangs and then you're just bouncing and slamming into each other. That's how you disrupt a highway. You know, you just make them hit each other and then it's GG's. So could be a situation that Birthright might want to cook up. If Extremely Slay can kind of smell that cooking Birthright might be throwing down, they'll probably ban the low Yi this time around. Don't allow that first pick to come out, but you can see. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we will have to see, and I think the Faramis ban was kind of expected as well, paying respects towards Bubbles' hero pool, and knowing that if he gets his hands on that, it might as well be an advantage that they're giving away straight off the bat. But the Hyla is not being banned yet. It has been a brilliant hero. They don't even slot him in the roam position. They're slotting him in the EXP just to make sure that when you gank that lane, it's kind of nullified. You're not gonna, you're not gonna kill him. So what's the point in like going against the Hylos? So I like that Hylos coming on. And to be honest, between my lobby as well as Hoshik, my lobby is doing a fantastic job in the EXP lane, but Hoshik is no stranger to doing fantastic jobs himself. But right now they take out the Alpha because the Matilda is left open, and I think they're looking to prioritize the Hylos if they let that Matilda and Alpha open, and giving that combination away would spell disaster. So maybe Extremely Slay looking to ban out the Matilda or the Sicilian, or are they going to leave the Louis open?
I mean, there's a lot here, right? And this is what happens. Like, as pro players, you start losing stamina. I mean, a best out of 5 kind of takes a lot out of you. If you're seeing a draft every single second, like, sometimes you'll forget key heroes like this, right? Like, especially if you don't have a coach, right? And that could be what's happening here, but they don't allow the low Yi to slip through the cracks. They do opt to ban that out. Does Birthright pull the Hylos here? To be honest, what other viable first pick would there be?
Yeah, it's a flexible pick. You can slot it wherever you want. Has one of the highest win rates in the entire competition. It's 3 games right now, and I think 3 wins. So what else do you need? If I was Birthright, I think I'd be leaning in towards the Hylos as well. But that could also be the ultimate bait because the Suyo is left open. So would you want to give away the Suyo compared to the Hylos? The Hilda is there, but they go for the Sicilian just because Danny has been doing a really good job with the Sicilian in his hands, and I see why. But now Extremely, they gotta pick up the Hylos, right? But also they could go for the Hylos and the Gatot combination right away.
Yeah. Are you like seeing something more than I am? Is that what they want to go with, or are you predicting the future here?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I got the crystal ball, and just saying that I said whoever win game number 2 could take away the entire series. And seems like I forgot who won game number 2. That's Extremely Slay, and ooh, that could be spicy indeed because this is game number 4. The Hylos is there. They could go with the Gato to drive into the back line and give away the Suyo. It's okay. but the Matilda's left open still. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it. To be honest, I think Extremely Slay performed better with the Tigreal than they did the Matilda. So again, I think it's just gonna have to come down to what they're pairing their team comp up to, right? Because to be honest, like I think what if I was Extremely Slay, they really need to rely on Wicked, right? Because we can see that when it comes into the late game, it's either Wicked and Yurik like going at it, right? If one of them are popping off, like the team fights are definitely leaning into that team's like favor. So if I was thinking like approach as Extremely Slay is like you have to figure out what you can do to make your team better or to scale. So is that Matilda the answer is what we need to really figure out. I didn't like it last time. We'll see if they are able to pull through something different this time. Birthright pulling out pretty much almost the same comp as last game, just not the 1-1 yet.
Yeah, I agree. It's, why fix what's not broken? I still don't like this Minotaur, but it could be the difference maker. Again, Wicked getting his hands on that Beatrix. I was just going to say it's got to be the Beatrix on the other side because just like you mentioned, Wicked has got a lot of responsibility on his shoulders when it comes towards the late game, and he's proven himself with this Beatrix, of course, time and again when his team needed him. And in my head, G, I was just thinking, if the Hylos puts down the highway and steamrolls the entire team, is Matilda the extra bit of NOS that they kind of needed to go a little forward? That Nitros, just guiding wind and boom.
To be honest, I don't think Extremely Slay needs to go any more forward. I think they sometimes need to like dial back their aggression a bit in order to handle Birthright, because Birthright knows how to throw it back at them. So going that extra distance could be the key factor to maybe secure a kill on to Levi, secure a kill on to Danny as well. So again, some of the backlines that it could be their answer, right? What I really think Matilda brings to the battlefield is the ability to get out, right? So maybe they utilize the highway to go in, and then they utilize the Matilda to get some of the stickier situations out, maybe get Wicked out of there in a bad situation, or allow them to rotate easier and quicker, right? Like, I don't think they needed to utilize the Matilda to dive too hard.
It does make sense. It does. While you're explaining that, the bands came out really quick. The Gato, the Moskov, the Joy, the Aurora. It's looking standard so far. Nothing out of the ordinary. And you can see where these teams are going with their bands, with their picks. And I think the Alpha is banned out already. The Bane is still left open along with the Suyo. So the Valentina coming into the play for the side of Extremely Slay. I think it's just a comfort pick with Bubble. And to be honest, in all these games that's happened so far, Bubble has not been able to pop off just yet as much as Danny. And that could be a difference maker with this game, to be honest, because both the goal laners have been popping off really well. Danny has just been getting the better of Bubble, so it's just a matter of time to see if Bubble will step up in this game at least, because Birthright definitely have a plan. They need an EXP laner. It could be a Phoveus to take that front line, and also a gold laner. It could be the 1-1 again right now, but there's also the Harriet that's left open, but they go for the Yuzhong instead. So straight dive into the back line along with the Ling. So you have two heroes to dive in, and they go for the 1-1 once again. It worked. So why do you want to change that? Well,
also 1-1 is a great counter to the Hylos, right? If the Hylos is just coming in, but look, what a Julian coming out from the side of Extremely Slayed. What? This could be an interesting pick here. I mean, this could be what they needed to take out a 1-1.
It's 4 magic damage. It's 4 magic damage with 1 physical. It could be an overload of magic damage that could work out in the early game, but with the radiant armor on the other side, it could be a difference maker. But the Julian could... I kind of see it working against the 1-1 because you have the enhanced sword to immune that crossbow of Tang when it's unlocked. But it has the escape ability. You have the outplay mechanism. You have the damage in the early game. Earlier power spike compared to the others with the level 3. So with the Hylos, the Julian, and the Matilda in the mid, in towards the mid and EXP side, I think they'll be trying to go in straight away.
Yeah, but getting into match point, Birthright versus Extremely Slayed. Birthright definitely leading it into this game 4 here. Can this be make it or break it here, Kronos?
It is got to be make it or break it. You can see Kingsta already trying to fight for river control against Mark. Doesn't go for the wisps. Goes for the guiding wind instead early on. The poke coming in. Danny slowing down the rotation for the side of their own team. But you can see, meanwhile, the EXP lane, Petrify being used when Sword does the revitalize. Hoshik still survives against my lobby's dragon. And Extremely Slay get the lethal wanderer. Mr. Dead tries to go for an invade.
What I want to know in this game is Extremely Slay going to run into the same problem they had last time? Are they going to repeat history? Are they not going to get enough anti-heal to stop Mark in the mid game, right? So when it comes down to it, but look at this.
My lobby already taken low first blood in the hands of Mr. Death. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the MLBB European Seasonal League, and that was a match point for the side of Birthright, of course, and First Blood being taken away by Extremely Slay. So you could see the tides tilting a little different this time. Could this be the answer, G?
Uh-oh, 4-man gank onto my lobby.
Oh, never mind. My lobby, he's the target, and he will be taken down. A terrified burst. But meanwhile, the trade on the top side of Wicked is down as well. But they get the better out of the two because they trade the turtle for it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're attempting to try to do with my lobby. Being able to secure the turtle, but also giving Uruk now a ton of gold as a 1-1. Wicked going to have a little bit of a hard time, and this is what I was saying, is Extremely Slay normally tries to help and allow Wicked to scale. So who are they letting scale this time around? Is it Mr. Death? Is that who they want them to bring victory here? Could be, again, like we were saying earlier, could be one of their key factors to being able to take out Uruk on this 1-1.
Yeah, could be their key to victory, but guess what? Uruk is the target, circling Eagle with the Minoan Fury from Bubble. Bennett's Rage from Wicked to get the kill. They sacrifice Kingsta, however, but I think Extremely Slay will be happy with the trade that they've made. Mark trying to go in, provide some positioning. Levi is there. He catches Wicked. He has the Tempest of Blade. The knockup coming in from Mark is there. Wicked has not changed the gun yet. He's going for Bennett, but Levi has the damage being dished out. No Tempest of Blades, but he will take him down. Mr. Death comes in. He has the Enhanced Chain, trying to use the damage. Minoan Fury coming out from Mark at the right time. Enhanced Sword to immune it, but the Tempest of Blades goes up, and they get the kill on towards Mark. And Kingsta trying to save Mr. Death, does not have anything, but the Enhanced Sword helps him get out of harm's way. Levi. Ooh, I thought he was going to chase.
Yeah, he wants to. Danny, aggressive on a Sicilian.
Oh, glorious pathway coming out from Hoshik this time on towards Danny. He is quite aggressive on the Sicilian, but Uruk is there trying to save him. He has the swallow to get the crossbow of Tang unlocked. Tries not to do that. Wicked goes for the first item, Malefic Gun, to get that extended range. And I think that would be a difference maker.
Yeah, we do see that picked up now. And that again, keep them at bay against the 1-1. My lobby, though.
Oh, meanwhile, on the bot side, oh my goodness, he's forced out. They are targeting him super hard, and I think they've realized that if my lobby's not creating an opening, nobody else will, because right now they go on towards Levi, who's forced out the Tempest of Blades, using the Retribution to get the orange buff as well, but Danny catches all three with the Sanguine Claws, and that was some pretty fast fingers to get out of there.
Yeah, and again, this is what Julian really excels at, is the quick jungle, the be able to early gank. But we're still seeing good responses here from the side. Birthright, a little bit of an overextension here.
Yeah, you can see Glorious Pathway is there. Mark forced to flicker out as well. Kingsta already got the crossbow of Tang unlocked. Minoan Fury is there, and they're using the Nibiru's Passion to zone them out. Hoshik wants to go, however, he does not care if you have the crossbow of Tank. He is a tank. He's a tanky and chunky boy. And Wicked goes to work on towards the turret, gets the full gold plating, and should be able to get that tier 1 up top while they trade one on the bot side for the side of Birthright.
Yeah, again, great trades from both sides. A good take from the side of Extremely Slay, but again, right now they do have the gold lead and they're keeping them at bay. We do see, I mean, of course, Wicked is 1 level higher than Uruk, so again, Birthright is always aiming for the mid to late game, and that is where Mark will come online. We didn't get to see it a little bit earlier, but I don't know. A siege.
Goodness, glorious pathway. Black Dragon coming from my lobby, but the Tempest of Blades is there. Mr. Death doesn't get a kill just yet. They go in my lobby, gets the Petrify on towards them. The two-man knockup is trying to get there, but not available as they go in right now. Bubble trying to kite out, and Wicked make sure to cause the fight to disrupt with that Nibiru's passion, and everybody disperses without losing a single kill, a single body on either side.
Yeah, but look at this. This is a great setup by Extremely Slay. Their next objective to secure this bottom tower. This is what they need. Now, taking a look at some of the items here, does not look like anybody in Birthright is picking up too much anti-heal just yet, as well as we don't see it on the side of Extremely Slay.
Yeah, Extremely Slay right now trying to get this party started, but guess what? My lobby has the damage. He has the shot residue. Kingsta will be the first one to fall in that team fight before the turtle, and you can see that the side of Birthright trying to take advantage slowly but surely. Mark trying to create some separation, getting that river control, but unable to do so because Bubble is there along with Kingsta and Hoshik, who are guarding these neutral objectives. Meanwhile, Mr. Death on the top side trying to get some opening for his own team.
And being a little bit behind economically, they are definitely not one to step foot into the eye bush just yet. They're kind of keeping everybody at bay, kind of allowing the Ling to split push farm up a little bit more, as well as Yurik, right? And now I think, to be honest, they're probably just going to give this this turtle. I don't think Levi can make it over there too quick. Now, what is their next main objective? I think they're going to siege mid lane. This could be a massive fight here. Smith or Death setting up on the backside.
Yeah, you can see he instantly goes in for the glorious pathway, and right now they catch two, but the back line disrupted by the Black Dragon form, trying to create an opening, but at the same time, Tempest of Blades along with Bennett's Rage is there to try to catch one, and they do. My lobby's the first one to fall down. Sanguine Claws catches three, but they don't have the damage. Crossbow of Tang not unlocked. The Inspire used by Urek just to run away because the damage is overwhelming from the side of Extremely Slay, and I think the next objective should be a turret structure on the bot side. They catch Levi. I think they want to go on towards him. No Circling Eagle just yet, but they're trying to cut off his path, and I think it should be an easy escape as he has the Finch Poise, and right now Extremely Slay dominating the game thus far.
Yeah, this is what I was saying, man. No Hylos, no win. But to be honest, that last push into the mid lane could have been something great if they just had and were online.
Ooh. Glorious pathway, Bats Feast, Bennett's Rage to zone them out, and you can see it right now. Mark going for the Minoan Fear with the flicker, catches two. Tempest of Blade to get another knockup, but at the same time they get one. Crossbow of Tang not unlocked yet. He wants to go in Urek. He wants to dish out the damage, but Hoshik and Wicked just making sure he can kite out, and Kingster trying to help them get out of harm's way as well. But meanwhile, Mr. Death takes a tier 2 on the top side, while Birthright sacrificed Mark in that team fight.
Yeah, but they have to watch out as Mr. Death is definitely on the hunt. Danny might be on the chopping block.
Oh my goodness, Danny gets caught out, but he's able to flicker out of harm's way. Really well played, but Bat's Feast comes out. You can see Circling Eagle is there, but at the same time, they catch Mark with the knockup. Mark goes in, but Bennett's Rage zoned them away. Mr. Death is able to get out of harm's way, but here comes the re-engage with the Glorious Pathway, but My Lobby gets the Petrify knockup with the Furious Dive on towards Wicked, who is still trying to survive. He has the Guiding Wind and Glorious, and he has to run away. My Lobby, I really thought he'd get that kill, but he didn't get it.
Yeah, to be honest, I think Yurik just wasn't able to get any marks on anybody as well. If the marks were able to collapse right there, that could have been a little bit of a different team fight. But the Lord is now leaning into Extremely Slay's favor here as they have zoned him out. And it looks like Levi and Birthright are just going to actively back up for this. Maybe attempt to try to get a tower out of it instead. Again, this is still only the first Lord, but is it going to break Extremely Slay? Are they going to fall back into what they did in the very first round against Birthright? Do they get the tunnel vision? Do they get a little overconfident in the lead that they have right now?
Yeah, I think that's what Birthright, Extremely Slay kind of did in game number 1. They got overly confident and let it slip. But right now, Birthright, they have the potential to go for the defense with that Minoan Fury. But here comes the Circling Eagle, the engage along with the My Lobby with that Bennett's Rage. They catch the target, and that was Urek just with the Glorious Pathway. And My Lobby is there trying to save them. He has to Petrify. He could go for the Fury Staff combo, but he has been shut down this entire game thus far, been suppressed by the side of Extremely Slay. You can see Birthright right now not able to do nothing. The Lord is there, quite healthy. Holy defense is proc. mid lane, top lane, both being sieged at the same time, so they can't cater to both. And right now they go in with the circling eagle. The engage is there. Glorious Pathway not just available just yet, but the knockup coming in with the Winnow Fury along with the Tempest of Blades, but the Lord still a little bit healthy. Finally, Hoshik disperses it out. Wicked has the damage. This is the Nibiru's Passion. They lose 2 for 2. They call it a day and back off. And right now, Birthright, I think, job well done. Not really sure, G.
To be honest, I mean, Birthright definitely held their own there. And now they're going to be able to utilize a lot of these super minions to get some gold here. I feel like the biggest problem, and could be for the side of Birthright, is that Levi just cannot get the blue. To be honest, Uruk is just kind of getting caught out by the Glorious Pathway too many times. But they survive to live another day, and every moment that eclipses further into this game means that more Danny is going to be coming online, Uruk's going to be coming online, and Mark, and all it comes down to is one key play, because it seemed like Extremely Slay was repeating history there. They did get the tunnel vision, they dived completely in, but now they're attempting to try set something up. They can smell Levi here.
Yeah, they're trying to intercept him, and you can see instantly he goes in. Circling Eagle cancels his Finch poise. He has to use the Tempest of Blades to get out there, and he does, but the Glorious Pathway try and slow him down. That was quite slippery from the side of Birthright. Indeed, Levi got away with it, but right now, no Tempest of Blades by the time the Lord is up, unless they can delay it for another 10 seconds. That's why you can see the waves being pressured by Extremely Slay.
This is what I was like, not what I was saying, Danny.
Ooh, but at the same time, enhanced chain, making sure Danny has to flicker out, so no spell from Danny, so he could be an easy target if they decide to contest this Luminous Lord.
Man, I don't know what they could possibly do here. You can kind of take a look at my lobby. They're going to once again give up another Lord. I think they have the ability to defend and stop them from pushing this next Lord, but it's going to come down to Uruk not dying. Maybe a really good set by Mark, but only time will tell. This is not a heavy kill game. This is definitely a heavy macro game. You can kind of see the teams are waiting for their moment here. The further this gets into the game, the more it falls into Birthright's hand. So we're going to see Extremely Slay want to definitely end this game with this Lord push. Uh-oh. Levi left all alone into the bottom lane versus 5 of Extremely Slay. I don't know where the map just went.
Yeah, I think he was going to use the Glorious Pathway, Hoshik, but it got canceled out by the Sanguine Claws by Danny, so that was good play coming in. But right now, the Lord from the top side looking quite healthy. Mid lane inhibitor being under siege. Circling Eagle comes out, catches the 2-man knockup, but at the same time, Minoan Fury comes in from Bubble, but at the same time, they use every single thing. Tempest of Blades is going up, and the Minoan Fury coming in from Mark right now, trying to save the day, but Wicked goes in for the Nimiru's Passion, and Enhanced Sword trying to get the damage on towards Levi, but they get a 5-man knockup, and they use that to wipe them out, and you can see that the base crystal was left exposed at 2-2. Best of 5 going all the way, G, all the way, Scared.
Best of 5 all the way, and that's exactly what we all predicted in the beginning, did we not, Kronos? G, this is a perfect series, but now I hope that you are a firm believer of what I say, right, G? If you high loss, you win.